Were people hounding you to get on the podcast?
There were a few. Yeah, it's finally happening though. There were a couple emails that I got and some Instagram messages saying that Ray was hounding them to hound me. So
It's just kind of weird, man. You know? It's a nerd's dream though, because I get to stay home. I get to like catch up on all my shows. I get to just, kind of just hang out at home, and I'm still getting paid. How has it affected your sort of content creation? Have you kind of did a different strategy or?
I'm trying to make more videos because I know there's people that want more content right now, and I've had some of those conversations. But again, like my daily life, my work schedule hasn't changed yet. It's actually, if anything, I'm working longer hours, so it's not like there's this extra time for me, and that's the thing that's like so crazy about it is that when you like, yeah, it's a nerd's dream, just being able to chill and hang out and watch movies and all that stuff. So the personal thing for the people who are quarantined isn't really that big of a thing. It's when you look at the big picture and the economy and all that stuff where that's where the change is. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that can be repaired.
How do you go about making videos? Like when you get a knife, for example, it's new. Like, do you sit down? Do you write?
Only times that I ever write, it's a topical video. Like when I'm talking about steel and how I like feel about geeks and like have them like next to me while I'm filming, and that way I can like make sure to hit all the high points. So what was happening with a lot of the early reviews is like the first 4 minutes I'd done it like 20 times by the time I got it right. So it was almost memorization because I was saying the same things over and over, to the point where like I sort of figured out, just like doing it so many times, I figured out what I want to say, and like I have my routine a little bit. I'm a little bit less like picky about it than I was at the beginning. Like at the beginning, I was like, oh man, I said that wrong. Like I can't edit in words. I just have over, and so.
Speaking of the beginning, man, dude, you were at the very beginning. Like you were one of the people do YouTube. I like watched your YouTube, and then I remember you hit 1K, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start one now. And man, I feel like I used to do videos, but I realized it wasn't viable to do that weekly. And I wanted to give content like a few times a week. That's why the podcast is great, because I get to chat with you guys, which people love. And then I get to do the solo ones. And I don't feel as much pressure to do this like big blockbuster video, because I'm not from that. I'm not
know everything about like the things that you're into about it, but then when it comes to when it comes to like thickness behind the edge and those measurements, I don't know what those people say. It's 10,000 behind the edge. Like, okay, what does that mean? Like, is it thin or is it thick? Like, does it cut or does it not cut? Like, so I don't really always branch out to learn things outside of what I'm interested in until it really applies to something that I might need in the moment. And then all of a sudden you've got a whole world of new information to learn. If there is one little thing that bugs you about a knife and you have another knife, you're never going to carry that first knife, right? So like, it's not, and he was talking about it in context of, well, if you, it's not nitpicky when you're nitpicky, because if you're not going to carry it because of this thing, then it's significant. And so for me, like those things that if I have a knife that doesn't lock up really well, like why would I carry that if I have another knife that does lock up? Like that's, for me, that's really the be all end all. I hate up and down. I really hate up and down. Pocket clip stuff doesn't really bother me that much. Hardware bothers me. Like if I have crappy hardware on a knife and like I have the bad experience of trying to disassemble it and put it back together, like even if it comes back together right, I look at that knife and I just get pissed off and I'm like, no.
Yo, Patty has like skyrocketed, right? It's crazy.
See, Patty was like built for that though, because Patty's content, like he has such like, I guess fervor is like the people who follow him are like crazy for his channel, and they're like committed, and it's like, I think there's more notification bells going off when he posts a video than anyone, because like he immediately has like all these views and all these likes, and the people who are like 100% on board, they're there for him, and it's awesome.
Has reviewed. Oh, there's the pup that that I haven't liked. Like everything that I've picked up. Hey pup, what's going on?
Yeah, do you want them? I'll put them in with the Asticus and the mini grip. Shove them into a priority mailbox.
How many dogs do you have? How many? You have 2 dogs?
I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, 1 wife.
Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.